and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And we are going to have some fun today, I think. But before
some fun or some fights.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe our friendship will end today. I don't know. No.
The stakes are very high.
But before we get there, I did just want to say up top, because I know we told you this before, but like we stack episodes, so like we're not always like up to date on things. So I just wanted to say from a couple of episodes ago, the sincerest thank you to all of the Monbebe, like you guys.
That was, I literally just said this word for word, but that was such a beautiful outpouring of love and support. Like Monsta X is so beloved by their Monbebe that it like made me want to join the Monbebe even more.
Yes.
Plus the recommendations that got sent in were fantastic.
Fantastic. We even had a beautiful listener, shout out to Sarah, who bought us Monsta X songs on iTunes. Like she was so confident that this was what we needed. She was like, I bought it for you.
Yes, she bought us and sent us all the iTunes files. And is it her that also made us the playlist too? Oh my God, that was amazing. I got, we had that request out right before Thanksgiving and I got stranded at LAX as I always do. And they came in so perfectly because then I just got to spend the extra 4 hours waiting for my plane, like watching all of the Monsta X content. And it was beautiful.
Yes.
They have great B-sides, and I'm so, so happy to now know them.
Yes, it's wonderful. I have another, I needed to shout out, like, oh God, so many of y'all sent us so many good things. So a special thank you to @Doombox_ on Twitter for making a Spotify playlist.
Yes, I listened to that so much.
I basically like took that playlist and added like 8 more songs to it, and then it was like perfect. So like, thank you for doing all of the groundwork. Also @Kazoo Girl sent us some great links.
The choreography videos were so fun.
Yes. Liz Cook also had a good long list. We got some playlist recommendations on like Instagram. Seriously, it felt like you guys had just been waiting this whole time.
It was like a flood.
Someday they'll love Monsta X. And then as soon as we said it, you were all like ready.
Yeah, we had already prepared the spreadsheets for you.
It was amazing. It was so amazing. So
it was great.
A sincere thank you to all of you. It's great. It's great to be here in Monbebe land.
Yeah. Looking forward to swimming deeper in the waters. Just have my toes in right now.
Yeah. We still got to get you to learn all their names.
I know. I have like 3 of them for sure. 4 of them so far.
There you go. I learned all of their names in like an hour and a half. It was so fast.
Actually,
and hard
maybe
for me.
5.
Okay. So, are you ready to like get into whatever the hell this is that we're doing today?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm nervous and excited.
So,
lay it out.
I apologize at the start if anybody who's listening to this like knows about sports or knows about fantasy sports, because we don't.
And we may or may not be about to butcher the
whole
concept of fantasy sports. But deal with it.
But deal with it anyway. So what we're going to do today is we thought it would be fun to try and like build an ultimate fantasy boy group.
Yeah.
But then like do it in some sort of vague fantasy football picking style.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. We're not
gonna do anything with this. It's just for fun.
It's just
and
for
imagining.
funsies.
I know that fantasy sports often have like a element of like, okay, so you pick your players and then you have to watch all of the games.
Yeah, and they get
like
points
calculate
for
scores.
things.
And there are going to be like award shows soon. And I guess we could have considered like if we really wanted to make it a true fantasy league, we would have done this before all the award shows started and like calculated bullshit. But we really wanted to be able to include anyone member, any generation, any group, regardless of current status.
Right. Yeah, so we couldn't. So the point is we're just going to like pick a group to go, that would be fun.
Hypothetical bullshit. Let's go.
Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so here are the rules. We have determined picking order before the podcast with a coin flip.
Yes.
So there will be 7 rounds. We decided that the ultimate boy group size is about 7. Yes.
We agreed that it's an odd number, and although we both also agree that SHINee is the best boy group of them all, and they only have 5, we said that for the sake of the game, it's more fun if we have 7 members, because then we have more options and like more combinations.
5 is too few, 9 was too many.
Yeah.
And it has to be odd because even number groups, someone gets hidden in the dance formation.
The formations don't work if you have an even number.
So So we've got like 7 positions, slots that you can fill with a boy.
Yes.
We've done leader, vocalist. I have a like free space that could be like second vocalist, second, like whatever extra member you want. A rapper, a dancer, a visual, and a maknae, which is basically like a free space.
Yeah.
And so is the leader, like whatever. So we're going to go round by round and pick somebody to fill any of these slots. You don't have to go.
Oh, you don't have to go?
No. So if you like so if you want your rapper really bad,
by, like,
you can pick them first.
Shit.
Yeah.
Guys, I've really been stressing out about this. I have overthought my combinations so much. Okay, continue explaining the rules. And then we can talk about it before we do it.
Okay. So when it is your turn to pick, and like we said, we did a coin toss to decide who picks first each round.
Yeah.
So in the first round, then you can pick any of these empty slots and fill it with the boy of your choice. And like we said, they can come from any group, any era, any current status of musical performing, whatever. Yeah. If they were an idol
any once, group, any generation.
They count. But once a member is chosen, then they belong to your group. Yeah. I can't pick them or whatever. Let's see. Any boy can go into any slot in the group as long as you can argue as to why.
Okay.
So if, like, say you pick someone to be your visual, but they're not the visual and you're in their current group,
it doesn't matter.
Just as long as you can defend your choice, then it's fine. Choosing multiple members from the same group is allowed, though diversity is encouraged because we're trying to have fun here. But because you could just rebuild SHINee and be like, it's done, like, whatever.
That literally what I wrote down as my number one struggle was can't just make SHINee plus 217.
Yes. I just wanted it to be SHINee, and then I was like, nope, that's...
Yeah.
So I'll just say that off the bat, like, our actual fantasy boy group is SHINee. We don't need to play this game. But we're doing it anyway.
Done. No work required.
And then add one fun element of competition to this
because there are 0 stakes.
Yes. We've also decided that at any point in the game when it is your turn, you can choose to steal a member from the other person's group.
But you only have one steal throughout the game. So if you steal in the 3rd round, you cannot steal later on.
Yes, exactly. So I guess that's all the rules, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me how you prepared for this impossible mission that you bestowed upon us.
Yeah, I guess like I said, I had to just remove myself from the thought that my actual answer to all of these questions is just SHINee, 7 SHINees, whatever. That's my ultimate boy group and that's a fact. Or I would just, the groups that I love are groups that I love. And I think they are my fantasy boy group. So I was really just trying to think of what would it be if I could
put anybody
in a group. So I was just sort of going through all of my bias groups and thinking about the people who are the strongest at their thing. And so I don't maybe have necessarily a list of biases, but maybe a list of people that I think would do the best job in my group. I also have some biases thrown in, of course, but I also was very afraid to commit to anything or anyone. So I have 22 names here because I'm just hoping to build a team with whatever I have.
Oh my God. So I so many more people than I do.
So I didn't want to commit to anything. I couldn't even dream. I was because what, she could take all my boys. So I don't know.
Yeah. I went about it in a slightly different way, I guess, because although I do think that I focused on people, not necessarily biases, but people who I thought were very good or unique at what they do. But I had a really hard time because I couldn't decide in order to put the group I had to think about them as a group, as a whole. I couldn't just think about it as individual slots, you know, like I couldn't just think like who are my favorite leaders or something,
right?
Because I had to think like who would be a good leader for these other 6 people. You know what I mean? I like had
You're
to
really
think,
going there.
I really overthought it, and I thought about like, okay, and then if I had this combo of people, what kind of concept, what kind of group would they be? Like, what kind of music would I want them to make? And so really, what I did was I came up with 2.
Like 2 separate
groups.
Done groups that
like
you hope
one
to
that
get.
I have like a favorite, and then I have like my backups. But if I start getting a lot of my backups, I'm just gonna go with my second group. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And then I have like some third string backups. But they're not a part of like my group,
Your group
that I made.
Yeah.
So regardless of what I get, I like have to share my 2 groups.
No, yeah.
at the
We can
end.
talk about whatever you want at the end. Wade also proposed that if we like feel very slighted by like what we got, that we can also have a scandal bench and like line up some boys who could fill in if anything happened to our group.
Okay, well, that's my third string.
Okay,
then, my
great.
scandal bench.
All right,
but
well,
I
go.
I don't know. How did you decide? Did you come up with like a bank of people to consider?
Yeah, I just have like a list of boys that I hope, and I have them sort of ranked with like who I want the most and who I like fight for. But I also, but I'm confident in like, because I feel so strongly about all of the people that I wrote down that I'm like, they'll all be fine. Like none of these are poor choices for my group.
Yeah. I had to start because I didn't want to just build Shiny again.
Right.
So I had to list out like the groups that I felt I knew enough about the members to make an educate. Because I was like, okay, well, I like Astro's music, but I don't know any of their names. So like I can't pick
so you couldn't
someone
be like,
from
he
Astro.
should be in my group. Yeah.
So I had to start with a list of like main groups that I chose from. So I just want to start out by saying like everyone on my list comes from, these are the groups that I considered.
Okay.
EXO, 2PM, Shiny, 17, Pentagon, Monsta X, Five Fries.
Oh shit! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I can't wait to play this game. Okay.
Super Junior, D&E, and TVXQ.
Okay. I think we're gonna be stealing a lot of points from each other.
I think my choices are gonna surprise you. I don't think you're gonna steal anyone from me.
Okay. Well, I have my whiteboard all ready to go.
Yeah.
And per the coin toss, you get first round, first pick.
I know. And I don't know. Okay. I didn't expect that we could choose any category at any point.
Okay.
So I don't know who's my most important. Okay. I think I'm going to start with the rapper.
Okay.
And I choose G-Dragon.
Oh, shit.
For my first choice.
I like it. Tell me why.
Because, and I wrote, this 5'10" soul native adds swagger and style everywhere he goes.
Oh, wow. I
so
love
that's
it.
why I picked him, because I think he's the best rapper of the idols, and he's so cool. He'd make my group cool.
Okay. I like it. That's a great first pick. Okay. Then I'm going to make my first pick because I feel like it's important to me that I get this pick first. So I'm going to go with my leader first. How do I introduce him? All right.
Oh, I'm dying. You're taking so long.
Me too. I'm sorry. My brain locked up. Okay. Hailing from Seoul, South Korea, born in 1988. My leader is Shim Changmin from TVXQ. Oh, she's pissed.
Damn it! That was the one. I knew it.
It's the one I wanted the most.
Really? Damn it.
Yes, it was really important to me that he lead my group.
God damn it.
He has the most experience, and he's so anal retentive, and he'll do a great job.
I know.
So I wanted him. I had to do it.
Okay. I'll That's not the position I wanted him for, so
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna wait.
Okay.
And
I mean,
see
there's
to
always
fill that one, I guess.
There's always stealing to be done. All right. Round 2. I'm picking first.
Yes.
Okay. So who do I want next? Oh God. Okay. All right. My next pick, I'm going to take a vocal spot
Which one?
My first vocal or like lead vocal.
Okay,
I'm
lead
probably
vocal.
going to make, I mean, I'll see how it goes. But I'm leaning towards a 2 vocalist.
Mine is 2
okay,
vocalists.
because we're vocal stands.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
have
we
a
do.
main vocal and a lead vocal.
Okay, so for my lead vocal, I am choosing a man who has worked harder and longer than most people in this industry and deserves it the most. And I choose Joe Chino from Pentagon.
Oh, okay.
You're not that afraid? Okay, good. That was
a-
also important to me.
Well, I am also good. I'll fill my lead vocal or main vocal spot. I counted this, I guess, as my like the blank one.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. No, yes, it does. It matters to
You
me.
want to
He's main vocal.
You already want to
I'm filling in that spot.
commit it to a
Yeah,
main
you
vocal.
chose Gino as your lead vocal.
Yes.
I haven't chosen my lead vocal yet. This is my main vocal.
Okay.
And I choose. Let me find my introduction. This 25-year-old from Gwacheon with belty runs of an R&B wet dream. I choose Hui from Pentagon.
Oh, shit. All right. I love it. I think that's great. I'm glad they're both in there. I picked Gino because, like I said, like he trained under SM for way too fucking long.
Yeah, that's so true.
And now he's in this like scandal-ridden boy group, and he's so goddamn talented. So I feel like if in my fantasy I can save him and put him
he
front
would
of
be in the
center
spotlight.
of my band, then good
in
for
a
him.
company that would treat him well and give him the respect he deserves.
I'm also really like, I'm a little sad that you got Hui just because I mean, I'm not sad. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for this group we're going to have. But like, it's songwriting wise, you're like already on such a good start.
I know. Also, Hui and G-Dragon, wouldn't that be a great
Oh my God, they would
combination?
write crazy music together.
Yeah. I thought about this a lot.
All right. I feel like I didn't think about this as much as you.
I have
now
a
I'm getting
very,
worried.
very specific concept for my group.
Okay.
So, third round.
Third round, it's your pick first.
My turn. Okay, I feel like I'm going to go with this one next. Not because I think that you'll steal him, but because so I like came up with 2 groups. Basically, I came up with like 2 different combinations.
Yeah.
And this was the one person that was my number 1 choice in both combinations.
Okay.
So my next slot, I choose to fill my dancer.
Okay.
And to the surprise of no one, I choose the effortlessly cool and only 21 years old B-boy from Liaoning province that leaves your head spinning, the 8.
Wow. Okay. That's a good choice, but it like really screws me up because I was very afraid to commit to a dancer because I was so sure you would steal my dancer that now I'm not sure who to pick. Because I was thinking like, well, I'll just pick who she doesn't, but the 8 was not in my choices. So like,
Oh, he wasn't in your choices.
I know, I'm sorry.
He was like
I had like
he was
4 dancer
literally my
choices.
only choice.
I have so many other dancer choices.
I have the most backup dancer choices,
Okay.
but I knew you wouldn't pick him, so I like wasn't afraid.
Wow. Okay, well, now it's my turn. Okay.
What slot are you going to fill?
Just because I feel like I need him now, and this is the slot that I want.
Now.
I mean, like, at this point in the game, at this point in the game, I need this. So I'm going to I'm going to fill my maknae spot right now.
Oh, shit.
Hailing from Jeju-do, Busan-kwan.
Oh, that's okay.
I want to have
I knew you would have. I purposefully left Sungkwan as a third string for me because I knew you would want him somewhere.
Thank you. I thought I'd be sneaky and make him my maknae because he was born in 1998.
Yeah.
And like, there's no one younger than that I even give a shit about. So I can have the most like vocal, like, do you know how many high notes I've already got with these 3 people? So I was like, if I sneak him in the maknae spot, then I get even more vocalists and I don't have to use a vocalist spot.
Oh my God, you're like only going to have vocalists.
Oh, hell yeah. This group's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So far, Shannon has Changmin, Jinho, and Sungkwan. I have Hui, G-Dragon, and the 8.
Wow.
I think we're coming up with some very, like, this is usually our pattern, is that like Shannon and I are very different people. We have very different styles and we have very like fully realized styles in the sense that like when we go shopping, like Shannon only picks the same
like three kinds of things and
I only pick the same kinds of things, but those three things we pick are very different from each other.
To the point that like when we like hang out with new people or like go shopping in small stores, people are like, I can really tell like exactly who both of you are. And I think this is going to be another example of exactly that.
I love it. It's like when we were in our 10th episode, when we were picking which music video you'd like to live in, and you picked A-Pink and I picked like A-Pink Pretty House and I picked Red Velvet Murder House.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, that was round 3. It's round 4, which is my first round to pick. Now what do I want?
What slot will you fill?
I'm going to fill my rapper spot since yours is filled. Okay. And my rapper pick, as said by Jackson of God7, the Kendrick Lamar of South Korea, Juan from Monsta X.
I love it. Fully support that choice.
Thank you.
Didn't have him I had him on my list, but not as a number 1 slot because honestly, part of me was like, if I had Juan in a fantasy group, I wouldn't want him to be a rapper. I'd want him to be a vocalist. And I had other vocalists that were like higher for me.
Yeah. I can I just like appreciate and understand what a good rapper he is.
Yeah.
But I also know he can hang in my vocal heavy group. So
that's true. That's true. Okay. I'm going to go with my you know what? I'm going to go with my lead vocal because you're batting such a vocal heavy group right now that like if I don't pick him now, maybe you'll steal him from me. So I pick 21-year-old Sunflower, here to shatter all your glassware, Dokyum from 17.
Okay. Oh, I'm just going to write DK.
Just write DK. It's fine.
I'm like, wait, I don't know how he spells that.
There's like 4 different romanizations of it. It's stupid. His name is Silkman. So it's fine.
Great. Okay. Oh, all right. I like where this is going. Round 5. It's your pick first. So you get another one.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to choose my Maknae.
Okay.
For my Maknae, I choose 22-year-old Thai Triple Threat 10 from NCT.
Good choice. He was on my dancer shortlist.
Yeah. He's the best. And technically, he's actually older than the 8. But I wanted him specifically as my Maknae.
Okay.
That's
fair enough.
Yeah. He's so talented and I feel like he's overlooked.
Uh-huh.
Just only because there are so many people in NCT that I just wanted him to be in a position where people would like take care of him.
Totally.
I feel like he deserves it.
I like that very much. Okay. Well,
but he is older than the 8. I know.
Well,
don't at me.
We can. In this fantasy world, years don't mean anything.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess I just gotta like go for I'm choosing my visual. And it's Mino. I'm taking him.
That's okay.
I need him in my group or else it's nothing. I can't stand if he's not in it.
That's okay.
So not to reduce him to a visual because I would never. I'm just saying like the Maknae spot, I am just using it as an excuse to make sure he is in my group.
Fair enough.
He is more than that.
Absolutely.
And I know I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Out there.
The combination that I'm building, he's actually not a part of.
Wow.
He was in my other combination.
Interesting.
But I put him in the rapper spot.
Okay.
I had a different visual. Okay.
Round 6, it's your pick. You get to
6.
pick first.
Ooh, I get to pick for the last. Okay. Ooh.
So Angelica only has a leader and a visual spot left to fill, and she also we both still have a steal if we want to do it.
Yes, and one of the people that you've chosen, Changmin, is my top spot for one of my remaining spots. So I'm trying to decide
if it's worth it
if
or
I
not.
should be nice to you.
I'm just letting you know, I feel like I also really appreciate my backup choice for the leader spot. Okay. So like if you need to do it, like it'll be okay, but
But I'm also, so for my leader spot, I'm very torn for my next two. I don't have another member from either of their groups in here yet. Okay, you know what? I've made a decision. For my leader, I choose 29-year-old Busan man who will pout and flex our problems away. Woo Young from 2 p.m.
Oh my God, that's such a good leader. I'm gonna cry. Oh.
He'd be so good.
He would flourish with the responsibility.
I know.
Oh, that's such a good choice.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Your turn.
Okay, so I have a dancer spot and a
blank spot.
And a blank spot that could be a second vocalist. I'm just trying to decide with because I didn't think I would get as many of the people that I have. So now I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? What's an interesting choice that I could make? I feel like now I want to just throw something crazy in there or something just to make it interesting.
Spice things up.
Okay. I'm gonna spice it up.
What's it gonna be? It's
gonna be another. Oh shit! No, I don't want it. Oh, no! Why is this so hard?
It's so hypothetical, and we're not even betting on this.
No, it doesn't
nothing
mean
to lose
anything, but I want it. Okay, I'm gonna pick my dancer spot.
Who's it gonna be?
It's an obvious choice, but. Oh, fuck. Okay. No, I just have to commit to doing it. I'm doing it. I'm choosing for my dancer, Jiang Yixing.
Okay, thank you.
Lei from EXO.
For a moment, I was like, oh my God, is she not going to pick Lei?
I almost didn't. We could talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it afterward.
All right. It's the last round.
Do you
want to use your last pick to steal or to make a new pick? It's like Secret Santa. It's last round. Steals or commitment.
I actually realized that in my initial table, I did have Changmin. Well, I do have Changmin, but anyway, with the combination, as I said, I made 2 specific combinations,
right.
And Changmin was in the other combination, and because I must have someone from this group in my group, or else it doesn't matter,
right?
So I choose the Daegu native with a deadly side-eye key for my visual.
Beautiful face.
The face.
I'm the visual. Oh my God. Okay, your group is
complete unless you choose to steal someone from me right now.
Okay, so I have 1 spot left.
So yeah, so far I have in my leader Woo Young, vocalist Dokyum, main vocal Hui, rapper G-Dragon, dancer The 8, visual Key, and maknae 10.
Okay. No, I feel confident in this choice. So I'm going to make my last spot an extra vocalist spot, but I think that this person will also help round out the dance line of my group. And I choose J-Bum from GOT7.
Oh, man. Great choice.
So that makes my group. The leader of my group is Changmin, and our vocalists are Jinho and JB. My rapper is Juan. My dancer is Yixing. My visual is Mino, and my maknae is Sungkwan.
Oh my God.
I want this group to be real.
I love it. What is the concept of your group? What kind of music would they make?
I feel like I would need them to make... to show off everything that all of these people need, I would need vocal heavy, but also sexy, dancey music. maybe there'd be a ballad on the album and they'd absolutely destroy it, but I'd want them like performing with like all of their strengths, because I have like some pretty good dancers in here. Like JB and Yixing would be like so dynamic as dancers.
Great together.
Sungkwan is a way better dancer than people give him credit for.
Absolutely. I feel like with the exception of maybe the 8, he's one of the best freestylers in 17.
And then I feel like just the combined experience of like Changmin and Mino and like Jinho, like all their years in K-pop would like help, plus lead this group along.
Jinho and Changmin have a history from SM the Ballad, so it like they would get along.
Works. Now what about your group? Because you said you had planned your concepts and stuff.
I planned my concept, and this was my concept.
Okay,
so these 7 were the number 1 group that I put together. Each one of them is a very I think like Hui, G-Dragon, the 8, Key, and 10. Like they have very specific stage styles, like very slightly eccentric, but very like high fashion and just sort of like strange.
Yeah, there's like an artsy weirdness.
Yeah, there's a very like artsy, sexy, cool vibe. And DK can did that very. That's not his concept. He's a sunshine boy, but he does it very well, like in Boom Boom and Fast Pace when he had his like little eyebrows cuts. And Woo Young can do anything.
That's true.
So their concept was sexy R&B with like black and velvet with a la like Odd Eye, Fast Pace, Swim Good, and like Tell Me What to Do. Like that's what I want from this group.
I'm calling your group Black Velvet. I wrote it down.
Yeah, Black Velvet.
I wanted so bad to be able to come up with like a good punny boy band name, and I like stressed over it all week and I got nothing.
You got nothing. Black Velvet's pretty good though.
That is pretty good.
Can I share the second?
Oh my God, please. I also want to talk about the people I didn't pick.
Okay,
go.
So because I just came up with like a completely separate group.
Right.
And so these were basically my backups. For my leader, I had Minsok. Lead vocal, Jongdae. Main vocal, Taeyang. Rapper, Mino. Dancer, the 8. Maknae, Yenan. And visual, Changmin.
Okay.
And this concept, I wanted like groovy dance jams with killer vocals like Hey Mama and Prism. Like that.
Yeah, there was more of an EXO emphasis on that second choice.
Yeah, there's 2. Well, I have 2 EXOs. Minsok and Jongdae.
Right.
And I don't have any
Which is
EXO
like
in
most
my...
of CBX.
Yeah.
66% of CBX.
That's true. I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
Yeah.
Also, I just think, I wrote that Minsok, well, first of all, I learned that he was a black belt, which I didn't know.
Oh.
And so this 28-year-old black belt is built to lead with the smile, patience, and wisdom of a father of 4.
Oh my God. I love it.
I think he'd be a good leader.
He would be a very good leader. I think he wouldn't, he wouldn't put up with any shit. So if you had stolen Changmin from me, I was going to make Danny from GOD my leader.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I wondered whether or not you would have Danny in.
I had Danny as my other leader backup. It's really funny because I was writing everybody's birthdays down to like order who could be a Maknae choice because I was thinking of it logically.
Yeah.
But Danny was born in 1978. And so it was like really funny to like write that down because he's 40. But like I wouldn't have remembered that because my friend April saw GOG this weekend and she put up videos on her Instagram and he still looks so good. So whatever. And then
that would be so funny.
The dancer part I was really, really struggling with because
who's on your list?
I wanted Yixing because I love him the most and I think that like his dancing is like unrivaled. It's so crazy, like just the way that he moves. I feel like I've never seen anybody else dance like that. But I also really wanted Kai because Kai is so like he's Kai beautiful. And you just like can't you can't take your eyes off him. But maybe he would like take too much away from the rest of my group because he is so amazing.
But I like his star power.
Yeah, but like on the off chance that you had gone EXO heavy and taken things from me, I also had Kino from Pentagon on my like dancer short list and 10. And then anybody else and then like I also had like Beck and Chen in like vocal places, and I was like, that seems unfair.
Yeah,
because I would just like pick them and be like, now I have the strongest group.
Yeah.
Like,
very true. I know. I really tried. I tried to make sure that I would only have one member from each like group that I loved, and I slipped. I have 2 17s, but whatever.
Did I manage? Yeah, I went all different groups.
You have all different groups.
I did it.
Good job.
But I wrote down so many EXO and 17 members that like, oops.
Yeah. I have Donghae as a third runner-up leader. I had Songhwan as a runner-up lead vocal. Chanyeol as a runner-up rapper. But him, I was like, I really like his singing voice, but you can't make him like a lead vocal in a group.
Right.
But I do prefer his singing voice to his rapping voice. So I considered like putting him in another role that wasn't rapper.
I think that's totally legitimate, and I super see what you mean. Like, his vocals are great and they're like a good accent, but he couldn't carry like the chorus of a whole.
Yeah. He could do things solo, like on his own, because he would make a different kind of music. But as a boy group, to have like a lead vocal for the kinds of songs I know I would want, he just doesn't have the like power that he needs. I also had I had Lei and Kai as my runner-ups for my dancer, and I first had Taemin as a runner-up for dancer, and then I put him as a runner-up for maknae because I feel like he has to be the maknae.
He's the best maknae in the whole world. I didn't even write him down because I was so sure you would take Taemin. I just didn't even put his name on paper. I was like, she'll take him.
So funny. He was my runner-up maknae, but I really wanted 10.
I like that choice. I feel like that's good. Like, I think we both tried to get some like young blood in here too, to like, not, because I could have also like we said, we could have just been like Shiny plus 2 p.m. Like, there you go. We did it. Boy band.
But we still did. We did it.
We did it. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We both did think about it way too much.
I know. I spent so long, days,
but. I like where it turned out.
Very, very pleased.
Yeah.
I want to like Photoshop like a picture.
I was
like a
literally about
photo.
to say, if I have time before this episode goes up or at some point, I will.
I'll try to send you photos of like what I want. Okay. You know what I mean? Like what I'm picturing.
Okay. I'll see if I can make it happen. If I can't make it happen, if by the time y'all are hearing this episode, you haven't like seen or heard tell of a Photoshop and one of y'all want to do it, hey, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or also what y'all should do.
I was going to say is that they should send in names for your group, because my group we named Black Velvet, but yours doesn't have one.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. So
what is a good name for a group that has Changmin as its leader, Jino and JB as their vocalists, Chuan as a rapper, Yuxing as a dancer, Mino as a visual, and Songhwan as a maknae?
I'm very curious.
Yeah,
that would be great. And I also will I'll try before the episode comes out to make an Instagram story template of this little exercise. And if y'all want to send in your answers, we would love to see them. But I'm telling you, you'll struggle over it more than you think you would.
I know. You think it's going to be all fun and games, and then you're stressing. Now you got me stressing.
No EXO right now. Yeah.
I don't have any EXO in my group.
You don't.
Aren't you proud of me? I don't have any EXO in my group.
I guess I guess
I'm proud of you.
I guess I'm proud of you.
I mean, it's like a sickness.
Yeah. I feel like Chanyeol's the sickness, though. So I like, but I'm not surprised. But I'm not surprised that you didn't put him in, because I was thinking about it and I was like, I feel like she won't choose him because I feel like she would like
I'd rather him not
keep him away.
Yeah, I'd rather
not from this nice thing.
I'm
rather
a nice
not. Thing.
Okay, I'd just rather not.
Just rather not. Yeah, and on that note, I think that's that, and we'll be right back with our random game. Okay, we're back.
And this time we got a group named Evil. EVO capital L. So like love backwards.
Yes. This was a girl group.
5-member girl group. that debuted in 2012 with a song "We Are a Bit Different," and they I don't know that much about them.
But don't think I'd ever heard of them.
I feel like I've seen that name written the way, like capital E, lowercase v, O, capital L. It looks familiar to me.
Right.
And I think when we first saw the name, I like immediately thought it was a girl group, but I don't know anything. I couldn't tell you any of their songs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what their music sounds like, but their Wikipedia says that they have a member, Juicy, who was on like Show Me the Money and like was an underground rapper. So that makes me think that it might have
like a harder
rappy.
image. Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
We'll find out.
But yeah, they were from Stardom Entertainment.
Yes, and they
had 2012.
They had some trouble when let's see, what was it? When Stardom when their company merged with Hunis Entertainment in 2000,
I have no idea.
Hunis, I don't know. In 2015, it was revealed that 3 of the members had their contracts terminated without their knowledge during the merger, which effectively and unofficially disbanded the group. Yes. And then later, another member of the group, she re-debuted as a solo artist under the same company, and it had been previously like speculated by fans and like complained about by fans that particular member had been shown a lot of favoritism by the company. And I guess they were proved correctly. And then in October 2016, one of their members, J-Dot, joined the group O Bliss using her real name, Yeonju. And that's all we know.
Yeah. And just for context, Hunis Entertainment, we've talked about them, I think maybe once for a moment. They have Top Dog currently.
Oh, okay.
But they also used to be Block B's label, but Block B like sued to get away from them like last year or a year or two, like not that long ago. And on their Wikipedia page, Hunis has a crazy amount of former artists. So I don't know.
Former artists?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know. But I'm intrigued to see what this is going to be. So not much difference in view count between their 2 videos, so it seems like this one wins by just a little fraction.
Yes, we are going to watch a music video called Get Up from 5 years ago. Here we go.
All right.
2.5 million views. Okay.
Got like a light tunnel, like mirrors and neon. There's like a very early 2000s. This was 2012?
Yeah. A lot of leather leggings and butt shots. Okay, kind of into it so far.
Yeah, these girls are dressed kind of like leather and like sort of hip hop.
But it's kind of like if To Anyone met Girls' Generation.
I was about to
say,
a boy. This looks like a cheesier version of the I Am the Best.
Yeah, because she's sitting in like a throne. Ooh.
Oh, car for no reason. Good trope. Shoe phone.
So this is just a box video, like different sets sitting in front of different things, and then a few dance pieces. I like that dance set with the red outfits.
It's so classic. It's so weird that you only have to go back like 4 years in K-pop and everything looks so different in this very specific way that you're like, oh, nothing looks like this anymore.
Yeah. This feels very... Oh, my.
They just had a very suggestive shot of a cigar going into a cigar cutter
and then getting
snipping. Oh, freaked me out.
Was unexpected.
Maybe, I mean, I'm guessing the message of this is like men ain't shit, but
yeah, like,
oh, there were lyrics all this time.
Oh, damn it.
Turn them on.
I like this song though.
It's not offensive. Like, I mean, like sounding. Like, yeah, it's fine.
Nothing's bothering me about it.
It's like a little
catchy.
simple.
It is very simple. But it's catchy.
Oh, now we're doing slow-mo bull riding. Oh, I thought the song was going to end right there, and I was going to be like, wow, this is so weird.
Get up, get up.
I feel like the melody of it sounds very Western.
All right.
Okay.
And there are devil horns on their logo. So the evil part, I guess, was part of it.
Yeah. I wonder if they had sort of like that Red Velvet vibe of being like dangerous, but you love them.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's too bad. It's always too bad when you get one of these groups where you're like, well, that all didn't work out. But the two members that like, quote unquote, survived the like merger of the company, one is like apparently a good rapper. I really truly don't know much about the like Korean rap scene, but it is like it's a thing, and like so maybe she'll find some success.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't know anything about the group O Bliss, but maybe they're still together.
Sure.
And that other girl's still doing
fine.
So good luck, ladies, wherever you may be.
Evil. It looks so weird. Is there whose song? That's a Shiny song, right? Like, who has a song that goes like evil?
That's definitely Shiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Evil. Isn't that what the song is called?
Yeah, it's the song that they do blindfolded.
Yes. Okay. I was I'm thinking of concerts. I'm thinking of fire. I'm thinking about evil.
I see fire and red suits, black blindfolds.
I guess it's recommendation time. Do you have something? I tried to be good and have all my recs this week.
Yes, I do have a recommendation. My recommendation, I was kind of torn, but I'm going to go with Key's Good performance on Music Bank.
Do you want to pick something else? Because mine's really similar. No, I'm just saying if you want to make both choices, because I was also wanted to talk about Key for 10 minutes.
Okay,
so.
yeah. In that case, that's my number one recommendation.
Okay.
I also recommend Red Velvet's music. I don't remember if it was Music Bank, but music show performance of Really Bad Boy, because I love the dance. And that song is great. The crazy whistle screams are my favorite.
But we got to talk about Key's album because people have asked us to talk about Key's album, and basically the whole thing was my rec. So like, let's talk about Key's album for a little bit. Okay.
God.
Key's album, first solo album, Face, just came out for us. It's a while for y'all, but it's just came out for us and we love it.
Yeah. It came out, I guess, like this past week, which by the time this comes out will be last week.
Anyway,
right?
It's relatively new. It's his first solo album.
Yeah, he had already released
a single.
He had released Forever Young, which came with a music video.
Forever Yours.
Excuse me, thank you.
With So
Forever
You from
Yours.
Formerly Sister.
Yes, he released a music video and performed it on music shows before the album dropped. And then he released the music video for One of Those Nights featuring Crush. And then that whole album came out. I didn't realize it was going to be a 10-song full album. I thought it was going to be a mini album, like Bass. And it's so good from start to finish. I really like all of the songs. It has a very specific voice and like musical style in it, and it just, I think, does a really great job of capturing Key's kind of like edginess. It's so good.
It's really so good.
It has a lot of range too, though. Like a lot of the songs all go together, but they don't all sound the same, and they're I just love them.
I agree. Yeah, there's like a very like kind of 80s sensibility. There's some really good synths in some of the songs.
Great, strong vocals.
Yeah. I put the album on last night when we were driving home from Disneyland, and like Wade was asking me all these questions about it, like how many Shiny album members have put out solos, and like how do you think this one fares in the rest of them, and like having to like talk it out. I really feel like I realized so much through this solo promotion, like how much of Shiny's shininess is Key. Because I think this album, as opposed to any of Tim or Jong's albums, feels the most Shiny adjacent. Like there are a couple songs on this album that like could be Shiny songs, and I would be like, yeah, these would be great Shiny songs.
Absolutely.
So like for me, the sensibility is like exactly what I want, because I have, unfortunately, with other Shiny solo releases, don't always like love them. But this one, it has everything that I need. Like, I truly don't think there are any like skips on the album. I really like it.
I really like all of them. I think it's so fun and interesting to have each SHINee member like with their own solo careers because they're very different. Each solo career has like a very distinct style to it, which I think is one thing that makes SHINee so beautiful is that like each member is so different.
Yeah.
And so like having them each put out solo albums, and like soon Onu will have one, and maybe eventually someday Mino will too, but we'll see.
I just don't want him to be left out.
I know, right? And he could do so well. He has a beautiful singing voice. It could be a mini album, no pressure. But anyway, you just like see like each individual color, like it just it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
and I love that they like name them the same.
Yeah, if y'all are like
still
people, this might just be a thing that like people aren't as aware of as like, you know, Shawls are, but like all of when Taemin was the first member to go do a solo album, and it was called Ace.
Yes, which in Korean is pronounced Ace.
Yes. So then Jonghyun's first solo album, he named it Bass and was like, LOL plagiarism.
Yeah, he was like, and he just came out and said, yes, I plagiarized Taemin. His is Ace, mine is Bass.
So Key, his is Face. And then Onu, they released the title of his, and it's Voice.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in English, it doesn't look good lined up in English.
But in
was
Korean,
like, no, he wrecked it. But in Korean, it rhymes perfectly.
Yeah. Ace, Bass,
Face, voice.
Yeah, it's great. And the like album art is the same.
Yeah,
like it's a distinct color. It's like a color, a border, their name with the same font, and the big title,
and then a little dead like under the picture, like a little couple
description
sentences
of like their motivation
this
for
whatever
making,
to me. Oh, it's so good. I'm so proud. I do want to say just like something we talked about, but I just feel like I got to get it out of my chest. But like one of these nights, the like solo, the single features Crush, which we mentioned. And I got to say it's a waste of Crush. And like he probably shouldn't have been in it. Just because like he isn't singing in like a fancy falsetto, like R&B crushy, like crazy way.
Yeah.
He's singing very baritone. Key is doing those parts live perfectly well. Their voices aren't like different enough.
No,
it just feels like, meh, he didn't need to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the music video is great for one of those nights. I really like the music video, and that I watched that first. Like that was the first time I heard the song, was watching the video, and I was like, oh look, Crush is there. But when you listen to the song and you're not watching the video, it's impossible to identify when Crush is singing. Like their voices, I think, sound so interchangeable that it's almost like, why is he even there? But whatever. We anticipated there being a lot of featured artists on it because Key has lots of friends, and there are.
There's like a rap song. There's like a rapper on it who sounds like Edon and G-Dragon, and I was like, who is this person?
Yeah, he was a guy I'd never heard before.
Vincent, but it's an X.
Yeah.
And then Soyu, and then Crush. So three little features. But my specific rec, I did just want to talk about this, but my specific rec is the song Imagine. It's one of my favorites on the album. And it's in English, and I didn't notice it was in English till like the 10th time I heard it. Because Key's English is so good, and I just like wasn't even registering it.
His English is great. I had noticed it immediately. As soon as it started, I was like, oh my God, is this whole thing in English? This whole thing's in English! Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I love that song. It's one of my favorites. The Good performance, I think, is also a really great example of SHINee plagiarism, because he 100% just does a straight up move call out, like at the beginning when the choreography is like really gearing up. It's so good. But Good's one of my standout favorites. I love Easy to Love.
Yeah.
It's so good. Imagine. What else? There's Duty of Love. I love that one. The guitar in it is so great.
Yeah, it's just a really good album. So I feel like double rec and just generally Key's solo is going great, and Onu's will be soon, and then he's off to the military. So we'll be in our SHINee feels for quite some time now. But I think that's it. Is that it for today?
I think that's it for today.
Great. All right.
Next week.
Do you
want to tease what?
Yeah, next week it's like right now it's award show season, and I have always been baffled by Korean award shows. I feel like there are so many of them, and I'm not sure how they work. So next week we're gonna try to make sense of how they work, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about. So we'll be there. And if you want to find us, we are at AMA K-Pop Pod on Instagram and Twitter, amakpoppod.tumblr.com for all the links, amakpoppod@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. And one weird thing that I thought I would just call out, I don't know if this is weird, but I'm going to call it out anyway. I've noticed that we have quite a few listeners who are Reddit users because you guys like send us Reddit links all the time. And I've seen a couple of people like recommend us before. So if you guys want to like start threads about our episodes on the like K-Poppers Reddit where that's allowed, that'd be real cool because none of those places allow self-promotion. So I'm not allowed to talk about the show on Reddit, but you guys are allowed to talk about the show on Reddit. So if you want to do that, that'd be really cool. But yeah,
I don't know anything about Reddit.
I have to use it a lot for work, but I know that most of the subreddits have like really specific rules about not promoting your own stuff. Okay. So I don't know if this is me skirting the rules by asking my listeners to promote my stuff, but it's apparently allowed if you guys say, oh, hey, I like this podcast. That's allowed, but I'm not allowed to say, listen to my podcast. I'll get banned. It's very interesting. So anyway, I know y'all are out there. So if you want to talk about us on Reddit,
you
be
Redditors
nice.
are there. We're watching.
We're watching. But that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Bye. Chonghyun, you're our inspiration.